subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, I'm in the building. I'm in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in this building. What's going on with the family? How y'all living? We are in here, ladies and gentlemen, ready to chop up game as we always do. Glad to have everybody tuning in. First of all, let me get everybody to give me a nice retweet. That would be great. If you guys can give the show a retweet, that would be phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. And before we get started, should I shout out some of the people? Should I give some nice, cool shout outs to everybody real quick before we get the thing started? You know how we got to do that first of all to acknowledge the family in here. Let's see. We got Brother Solon. We got By James. We got Hoodoo. We got KK. We got Miss Skyline. I ain't seen you in a minute. We got Grinds TV. We got Black Views FBA. We got Melanie. Icy Winter. We got Sir Mike. Remy. We got Michi God. Brother Highland Holmes. Ty Powell in the building. Sweets. Marak. Anya Saru. Corey. Sean Stones. AD. Hakeem. Shout out to everybody in here. Panamera, I see you down there, beloved. Oh, well, we're going to chop it up today. We got some real good game. We're going to chop up. What's up, Thomas? I see you. We are going to chop it up, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start it off with the Majara prayer. I have not done a Majara prayer in a minute. I've not done a Majara prayer in a while, so let's do one because Brother Fur wanted one last night. I didn't get to bless my brother Fur with the Majara prayer, so we're going to get it now. Everybody bow your virtual heads. Most High, Creator of all, we honor the Majara spirit within us. Ancestral power flows through our veins, guiding us with wisdom and strength. May we walk with the grace of our ancestors, those who have come before us, and honor their sacrifices. Let the energy of Majara protect us from harm, uplift our spirits, and guide us towards our true purpose. With every step, may we embrace the sacred power within the spirit that has carried us through our trials and tribulations. We ask for clarity, strength, and peace as we live with purpose, rooted in our divine heritage. Through the Majara spirit, we are connected, we are whole, and we are powerful. Amen, everybody. Give me an amen and give me a prayer hand there. Oh man, what's up, love? I am. I see you, beloved. So I'm very happy for my brother ASAP Rocky. My brother ASAP, he was acquitted. They found him not guilty of those bogus charges put on him. Shout out to my brother ASAP. Very happy for that brother, boy. That was a very touching moment in court. Boy, he started breaking down. He leaped over to hug Rihanna. Oh man. He started thanking the jury for saving his life, which was big stuff. That's my brother, man. Good dude, real good dude, and I'm very happy for him. He gets to go home with them babies, take care of his family. That is a beautiful thing. And we got to talk about some lessons from this. Let's learn some lessons from this situation. First of all, I'm glad that a lot of these bogus charges that's being thrown at entertainers, some of those are just getting knocked down, just like the thing with Jay-Z that got thrown out. Thankfully, this bogus charge, it didn't go nowhere. Um, and for those who don't know the details of the case, one of ASAP's former friends, from what I understand, kind of instigated an altercation, and Rock had like a little cap gun, wasn't no real gun, and kind of like, hey man, get up off me, whoop de whoop. And the dude acted like he almost got killed, and talking about he got shot at and there were no shell casings or nothing. So it was all cap. And the dude, when he got on the stand, his whole joint was just falling apart. But here's the thing, family, let's get some lessons out of this. What are we going to learn out of this? about people who are around you, especially those of us people who got something going on. We got to watch the people we bring around us, man. We live in a day and age where the game is different now. It's okay for bitch niggas to try to do a bogus money grab on you because there is no shame no more. There's a whole different vibe now. Back in the day, you couldn't do little bitch nigga shit. You couldn't be cool with somebody and then try to do a bogus money grab on them because your name would be mud in the streets. You would have to go in witness protection or something if you did that. Now, it's a lot of soy milk out here in the foods. I'll say that. So a lot of bullshit just gets to slide nowadays. There's a lot of soy boys out here in the game. And cats who are getting things popping, you got to really watch your circle. Me too. I have to watch my circle because I've been semi victimized by shit as well. So um all of us, man, we have to just watch our backs, watch our P's and Q's, watch the people you bring around because see, you got to understand when you up and you got people who have nothing to lose. You have people who are part of your so-called entourage, and you got to understand when you got people out here who ain't really got no assets, they ain't got nothing, they ain't got no reputation, they don't have no future to protect. They'll crash out on you. They don't care about no consequences. They know they ain't got nothing going on, and they'll drag you down with them. Because a lot of these niggas are jealous. They hate to see, you got to watch these entourages. You got dudes out here who act like they're yes men and all that, but deep down, there's an envy there. You got to understand a lot of these dudes, especially y'all around the same age, y'all might be from the same neighborhood. You kind of sort of know this nigga. You dig? And your light is shining brighter than this cat. A lot of times that breeds resentment. The dude who ain't up like that, he's like, damn, why he shining over me? Me and him came from the same block. Why they like him more? Why that nigga get to get Rihanna and I got a on hood rats? Why he got platinum albums and I'm out here struggling to get on somebody's mixtape? So a lot of that jealousy, man, that shit breeds sabotage. Jealousy and envy, that's a powerful motivator. And you got a lot of people who will pretend to support you, but secretly resent your success and they will set up traps to see you fail. Do we see that in some of these circles around here? We see that in these Twitter space circles. That's why we call certain folks out. You see? And you got people who are desperate for clout, man. Clout chasers, they'll create false narratives, man. Some people they'll start drama, fabricate things just to get attention. And this is social media age, right? And so the lies spread very, very quickly. And people will set you up in lawsuits and legal traps. When you got money and status, man, unfortunately, you become a target for lawsuits and extortion, and opportunists will stage incidents to kind of twist you up in a situation and sue you. Because that's what this really seemed like. He was trying this seemed like a money grab with ASAP. Like if you can get him on criminal charges, bam, then you can go and get those civil charges popping. See, that's what people normally do. They got to get that criminal charge thing popping first and then get you tricked up in jail. And then while you in jail, they're sitting up here going after your estate, going after your bread. You see, I mean, you got bitch made niggas out here, man. You got basketball wife ass niggas out here trying to eat off other men. It's a whole different ball game. That would be some shameful shit to get out on back in the day. So we got to really, a lot of us, we have to flip our minds to understand the bitch assness that's going on with these dudes. It's no shame, man. It's zero shame. These dudes will be a bitch all day. It's no shame. Nothing. These people will seek any type of fame or come up at any cost. Dudes used to not be like that. That was like some shit that gold diggers and kind of hood rats would do. And even they would have some decorum. Dudes now are worse than the hood rats. Yeah. The dudes now are worse. These niggas would be a whole bitch to try to leech off another damn man and crash out. That crash dummy mentality is real, man. A lot of these cats, they know they ain't really got no future, so they're very self-destructive. They ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah. They're live. They're like, "Here, I ain't gonna be shit, so hell, I might as well crash out and go all out." Because like this dude who tried to put my brother ASAP in a twist, nobody's really talking about him. He's gonna fade away in the annals of society. Ain't nobody gonna think about this dude. He's gonna be a blip on the radar of history. He's a nobody. This bum ass nigga ain't gonna count to nothing. He's never gonna accomplish anything. He's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna get any recognition. You see? So we gotta really watch people like that when we bring them around, man. Because what happens is people try to exploit your emotions, man, like old friends. You got to watch out for them. Sometimes you got to watch out for family too, because sometimes they'll try to guilt trip you into keeping them around. You understand? Only to try to set your ass up for some drama when the opportunity arises. They'll be like, "Hey man, don't forget where you came from. I was there. I was there before you had the money. I always been there. I'm one of your day ones." Oh, watch that shit. Oh, you ought to watch that. Oh, you better watch that. But I'm very proud of my brother, man. I'm glad that he got out of that twist. I'm glad he's good. I'm glad he gets to go home with his family. And you know what's interesting? Because I posted up a picture of me and ASAP, and there was some tethers. They were like, "Well, you were talking shit about ASAP before." Yeah, ASAP used to say some real reckless shit, and I would say stuff publicly about it. Yeah, and he's acknowledged that. Let me explain something to you. That ASAP is my brother, man. And ASAP, some years back, ASAP used to talk real reckless about a whole bunch of shit, like was very off code about a lot of stuff. And we spoke about it. We spoke against that. He said a bunch of shit he should not have said. But you know why I respect the brother? I respect him because see, the thing is, he acknowledged that he used to say shit. He acknowledged it. And you know what? When you do that, that's called being a man. ASAP has admitted that he said some bullshit and then he's grown. He's learned it. He wants to learn. So he's told me this personally that he wants to learn and understand history and understand social issues and social justice. He wants to learn and he's learning and he has learned. And I can do nothing but respect that. That's what a man is supposed to do. I pop my collar to manhood. Let me tell you something. It takes courage to admit that you've done some wrong shit or said some wrong things, admitted that you've done mistakes or made mistakes. That takes bravery to do that. You then? And that's the thing. When you say something janky or do something janky, really the biggest step is to say, hey, you know what? I said some shit I shouldn't have said. My bad. I learned and I grew and I've done better. See, a lot of the tether class, see, the problem that we have now, this is why there's a lot of clashing going on. The tethers have been doing shit for a long time and don't admit it and just lie and still lie and talk in circles and make excuses. And then the energy is still up. Y'all bring that bad, lying, scamming, conning energy without saying, hey, man, we were out here doing some scammy shit, man. First of all, we were selling y'all in Africa. We came over here. We were calling you all types of names behind the scenes. We were trying to undermine you. We were getting into your political business, trying to undermine you. Yeah, we were doing some. Y'all won't do that. Y'all won't do that. Y'all sit around here and act like you didn't do nothing and then wonder why we're delineating left and right. And then wonder why there's no coalition and Pan-Africanism. Man, it's too much bitch assness. So when somebody says, hey man, I said something I wasn't supposed to say, I was saying some bullshit back in the day, I can respect when you take that manhood step of courage and admit that you were on the bullshit back in the day. Because see, that demonstrates that you have self-awareness. See, when you recognize your own fault, that requires a deep level of introspection and maturity and self-awareness, man. That's a powerful trait. And that leads to continuous growth. When you can really do a real assessment of yourself, you're going to grow. I pop my collar to that. And admitting that you said some stuff that was incorrect in the past, that shows personal growth and maturity. Life is about evolving. When people actively work on their shortcomings, they demonstrate that they're committed to bettering themselves. That's an admirable quality. I can't hate on that. And do when you say, "Hey, man, I said some things, I did some things that I shouldn't have said," that shows that you have integrity and that shows accountability. So when you take responsibility instead of blaming others and denying shit, that reflects on your character. That shows moral character. Integrity means everything, and integrity is owning up to your mistakes and striving to make things right. That we can respect that. That's what we tell some of the dudes who act like tethers, because what y'all do, y'all sit up here talking about a kata is not an epithet. Just because we say a kata, that don't mean it is a bad thing. Stop it. When y'all do that, now y'all create you keep creating bad energy with more lying. You see? This is what I'm saying. This is why, again, I pop my collar to my brother Rock. He sets a positive example when you say, "Hey, man, I said something I shouldn't have said." You learn from watching others, and when people publicly acknowledge their mistakes and work hard towards changing, that inspires others to want to do the same in their lives. Can do nothing but respect it. Also, man, when you own up to some stuff, that strengthens trust. That strengthens relationships. Being accountable and changing for the better, man, that helps rebuild trust in your personal and professional relationships. You see, that shows that a person values their connection with others enough to improve. Like, hey, okay, if I rock with you, I'm gonna do my best to make sure our interactions are good. I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing the right and exact thing out here. You see? And it shows resilience, it shows determination, changing for the better. That's not easy. Sometimes it takes perseverance to break old habits and adopt new habits and positive behaviors, man. And that type of resilience, that's worthy of respect. Anybody who can redeem themselves for real and genuinely and sincerely, I have nothing but respect for that. That shows humility. That shows you can be humble, because sometimes pride that prevents a lot of people from admitting their faults. So when somebody will humble themselves enough to say, "Hey, you know what? My bad. I was wrong, man. I shouldn't have been saying all that bullshit about the protest and all of that stuff back in the day." That displays a certain level of honesty. That's rare and it's commendable when somebody can kind of humble themselves and say, "Hey, I said something I shouldn't have said." That's what a man does. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of strength, and I respect strength, man. And that just contributes to better interactions in the community, man. When somebody's improving themselves, it benefits their family, it benefits their community, and it benefits the society as a whole, man. A place in a world in a society where people take accountability, see, and they strive for positive change, that's a better environment for everybody, man. And with Rock, him admitting what was happening with him and admitting that he would say some little janky stuff, that shows the power of redemption as well. That's the big thing, because everybody make mistakes. Yeah, everybody's human. And my dude didn't let no mistake define him, because what happens when you don't redeem yourself, you say some bullshit and then let that shit linger, knowing it was some bullshit, and then you become defined by that bullshit. You see, so when you redeem yourself, redemption story, see, that reminds us that people can evolve, they can repair their harms, they can contribute positively to the world, and ultimately, respecting those who acknowledge their flaws, and people who commit to self-improvement, that encourages like a culture of learning, forgiveness, and continuous growth. You see, so again, with my brother Rocky, I'm very proud of him, very proud of him, very happy for him and his family. My brother, me and him chopped it up. He was learning game, wanted me to lace him with game. I laced him with game. He came out when I did my movie microphone check. That brother came out. He was, I think, in the middle of filming a movie, and he was kind of sickly. But that brother came out and supported me, man. That brother came out to New York when we had the screening. That brother came out to show support for our film, man. So that was love. Didn't have to do that, but just out of respect for me, the brother came out and showed respect, and I showed that respect back. You see, and that's what it's all about, man. Um, Men showing other men, women showing other women, us showing each other respect when respect is due. You see? So much respect to that brother, and I'm glad he's gonna be all right out here. Y'all let me get should I get some calls early? Should I get some calls? Because we got a lot of people in here so far, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready. Let's get Dat Nika. Let's get Dat Nika. Then we get Trey Day in the building. Then we get Shania. What's up, Dat Nika in the building?
Hey, good morning, good
What's
evening.
up, brother?
Well, good morning. I don't know what time it is where you at
Yo,
right
yo,
now,
yo.
Hold on, brother. Go ahead.
but I was just gonna say, look at what the $1 billion do for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you saw how he hugged baby girl after he beat the case too,
Hell
right?
yeah.
So you know that the defense budget. You know who was funding the defense budget, right? Man had a got a good ass defense budget, right? Nigga had Al Pacino from Devil's Advocate defending his ass at this point, didn't he?
Hell,
You know what I'm
hell, look,
saying?
look, if my lady was helping out with that budget, I would have jumped over them pews too and hugged her ass.
Well, I would have swan Tom Bomber that whole like Bagwell. You hear me?
Nigga, I'd be I'd be
That's all
in
I
the
want.
car.
But like,
Yeah, go ahead.
but also like that goes to tell you what that money do because California, you guys, you know, shout out to as a nigga in the South, bro. Y'all gun laws are
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
if this man beat the gun laws over that bitch is not. Mind you, the nigga didn't get shoot. He didn't go to jail. Tory Lanez didn't go to jail for shooting a bitch in the foot. He went to jail just because it was his gun.
Yeah,
Mind you, baby girl got the immunity plea, right?
yeah,
That the friend shot that bitch in the foot.
yeah.
She used his gun to do it.
Mm,
We know how the laws in this land work now.
yeah.
So this is how you know this is a hey Fenty nigga. That's all I can say. Fenty. You know what I'm saying, Doctor? I mean, Mr. Tariq.
Yeah,
Fenty
all
nigga.
day. Yes, sir. My man. Thank you, brother. Let's get Trey.
Yo, what up, man? What's going
How
on,
you doing,
brother?
brother Trey?
Man, I'm all right, man. You know, it's funny. Two questions, man. First thing is to that tether, that Nigerian tether we had last night. I'm actually in Nigeria right now, man. I'm about to go outside. Hold on, hold on.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing, man. The second thing, man, I want to say is, on the serious note, the first thing we got to do as FBA people, man, we got to stop giving out information away. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot what happens is a lot of these times, like our codes, where your family from? All from Alabama or Mississippi. We got to stop giving that away because they catch on to that and they, you know what I'm saying? They can be like, you know, we made a tether, you made a tether, be like, oh, where you from? Where people from? Alabama. Or what part? Jackson. You be like, you know, FBA from Jackson, bro. They gotta be from where are people from? Where they from? They from somewhere, they from somewhere in small town somewhere. So when you say Jackson, you are making don't make no, yeah, you were tether, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better with gatekeeping these things from these people, man. That's all I got to say. And I land my
Yeah,
plane.
you kind of have a good point because now they're starting to, the tethers are starting to learn some of these cities where we come from in the South. They're starting to learn some of these names. And even I'm still catching them in lies because I'm like, man, where you from? I'm from Dalton, Alabama, nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't from no goddamn Dalton? Dude, I know what people from Dalton sound like. You ain't from no damn Dalton. No, because I'm educated, nigga. No, you ain't from no goddamn Dalton. Yeah, we got tethers out here lying their asses off now. They're trying to tailor their finesse. One big thing, a lot of tethers are claiming Gullah Geechee. That's a big thing. They're really trying to claim. I've seen a lot of them claim some damn Gullah Geechee. So we got to watch, we got to watch people, look at their backgrounds and just kind of watch the game because they're trying to tailor the finesse. They're really trying to tailor it. Gunrunner, Gurriner, Gurriner, hop in, brother.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Hey, man, this is kind of a side question, but I figured I'd ask anyways because I heard some ramblings about it. Are you ever gonna bring the Mac lessons back?
Probably not. I mean, people just got to go listen to the old ones. The Mac lessons, that was damn near 20 years ago when I started it. Not damn near, like literally 20 years ago when I started Mac lessons. Um, And, it was good for that time. I've evolved, I've grown, I'm married with a bunch of kids now. So me talking about Mac lessons when I'm sitting up here with some damn formula and diaper cream, that's not gonna look right. You dig? Because I'm not out here macking. I'm at the crib with all these goddamn kids. I can talk about snack lessons, how to get these kids some damn snacks, but no, y'all got to listen to the archives of Mac lessons, which is, what I do want to do though. What I do want to do, I kind of want to do like a little mini documentary about Mac lessons, the Mac lessons radio show, just to talk about, how um innovative that was and how that ushered in a lot of the relationship podcast because we was Mac lessons, that was really the first of its kind. Nobody was doing anything like that. This was like YouTube wasn't really a thing. YouTube had just come out, but nobody was really posting stuff like that on YouTube because YouTube at the time, 2005, 2006, that's when I started doing Mac lessons. Um, and for those who don't know, they're talking about the Mac Lessons radio show. That was my first podcast. Um, you you couldn't do stuff on YouTube. YouTube only had like a 15-minute upload limit. You can only upload videos up to 15 minutes on YouTube. So they didn't even have a mechanism for you to do a podcast. So there were very few podcast mechanisms out there. So we would switch to different platforms and it was a thing. But you can go listen to the archives.
We don't know the beginnings of rap because as long as our music has been recording, people have been rapping.
The disco DJs separated themselves from us. We were the next generation coming up with this thing, and they was like, what's this little hippity hop thing?
The first time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
I was doing this same form of entertainment long before it had a name.
A lot of the gangs were fading out by the time hip-hop came in. A lot of those gangs turned into crews.
As far as influencing hip-hop, I saw no Puerto Rican or Jamaican influences whatsoever.
I started breakdancing in the 70s.
When rap and hip hop was all black, it was negative. Now that it became a big phenomenon and corporately acceptable, now there's this need to take foundational Black Americans out of the creation of it and give it away to other people. And it's important for us to set the record straight.